So, as I mentioned in my note, today's class is going to focus on inversions. And I told you not to be worried. We're not going to do any headstands. We're not going to do any handstands. But what an inversion means in yogic terms is simply they're postures where your head is below your heart. So from a physical standpoint, some contraindications you might want to be aware of if you're dealing with uncontrolled high blood pressure, if you have glaucoma, if you've recently had cataract surgery, as I know, there's one person who wrote me. So I'll be advising you to be cautious with this when you put your head down, not to go too far down or not to stay down for too long. But the benefits of inversions are many. First and foremost, I always think by bending over, I get a whole new perspective on life. Seeing things a little bit upside down, kind of shakes things up. It's very good for calming the nervous system. And there's a teaching in yoga that inversions help to reverse the aging process. So that would be a nice thing. Maybe we'll all be a couple of years younger by the time we're done with the class. So if you're ready to join me, I'm going to go to my chair and we'll begin. So I think I'm going to move back a little bit here. So we always begin by centering, by coming into the moment, coming into our bodies, coming into the breath, feeling yourself seated in the chair, allowing your eyes to close if that feels comfortable. And we take these first few moments to really connect with our bodies, with our breath, and with what's going on right here, right now. Giving yourself permission to temporarily let go of your to-do list so you can be fully present to what's happening, moment to moment to moment. Anchor your attention in your breath. Letting all of your awareness become absorbed in the sensation of breath coming in and breath going out. Allowing your breath to get a little bit deeper now by softening your belly, breathing in deep down into your body, and allowing that breath to fill your chest all the way up to your shoulders. And exhale from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. Imagine that your body is like a glass that you're filling with water from the bottom to the top, and then emptying the glass from the top to the bottom. Each time you notice that your attention is wandering, gently guide it back to the breath. And after you complete the next exhale, gently release that technique and just allow your natural breath to come back. Let the breath find you. And we'll bring our centering to close by bringing hands to heart center and joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May we all know peace. Great. So we'll begin with the 6 movements of the spine. So breathing in, letting your head look up, allowing your chest to come forward as you move into dog. And then exhaling, rounding your spine, tucking your chin, rolling off your sit bones into cat. So just allowing yourself to move back and forth with the breath at your own pace. So if you're moving a little quicker or a little more slowly than I am, that's perfectly fine. The most important thing is to connect each movement with a breath. Shoulders back, elbows back, and then round as tightly as you can. Let's do that once more, breathing fully into dog and exhaling into cat. And then bringing it back to center. Moving into our twist, we begin with the right arm, stretch it out. Palm comes to the left knee, left hand to the side of your chair. Breathe in, create length in your spine. Breathe out, let that left shoulder float back. You can cross your left leg over your right and be careful not to over twist your neck. Connected with breath. And bring it back to center. Uncross. Other side. Left arm reaches out. Oh, I'm going to see if I can touch the screen with my fingers. Bring that palm to your right knee, right hand to the chair. And then if you like, crossing your knee. Mary Ellen, you might want to check if there's anybody else in the waiting room. I think I see somebody waiting to come in. May want to let them in. And then twisting gently as you exhale, lengthening as you breathe in, twisting as you breathe out. Nice deep belly breaths. Getting a little bit taller each time you breathe in. And then bring it back. Good. So last but not least, we thread the needle. And this is actually a moderate back, forward bend. So we'll start this way, nice and easy. Stretch out your right arm. Slide it along your left knee. So we're going to ease ourselves into that forward bend. Think about extending from the hip crease. Good. So if you want a moderate version, don't go any further than this. If you want a deeper version, lean forward and sweep the arm up. Neck stays relaxed. And let's bring it back. Good. And go to the other side. Left arm stretches out. Slide it along. Ease yourself in. Adding that forward fold as deep as is comfortable and safe for you. And sweeping the right arm up if you like. Always keeping the neck relaxed. And on an inhale, up we come. Take another breath. Great. So I'm going to stretch my arms out from my shoulders, really stretch the fingers away from one another. Breathe in, turn the palms up. Breathe out, turn them down. Breathing and lifting the palms. Exhale, rolling it down. Couple more times, turning the palms up as you breathe in, turning them down as you breathe out. So making sure the rest of your body is awake and engaged, spine is long. So leaving your palms up, we're going to touch the fingertips to the shoulders, and then inhale, open. Breathe in, exhale, close, fingertips to shoulders. Breathe in and open. Exhale and close. And again, breathing in and out. So we're going to leave the fingertips on the shoulders and gently rotate to the right. Bring it back and to the left. So as you twist, notice there's a tendency for the shoulders to float forward. So keep drawing them back and exhale as you twist. Breathe it back to center and to the side. So if you want to add a little extra to that, you can bring the left elbow to the right knee and bring it up. Again, this is a little bit of a forward fold. Exhale, fold and bend, and up, and fold, and up, and fold, and up. You're actually working your core a little bit as you do this. Let's do that once more. And to the other side, and up. Open those arms wide, turn the palms down, and let your hands rest on your thighs. Take a breath. So an important posture in yoga is called Yoga Mudra, which means the symbol of yoga. And it's called the symbol of yoga because in it, our head is below our heart. And it's meant to remind us that wisdom comes not necessarily from what we think, but from all the wisdom that's within our heart. So we surrender to that. So to do that pose, let's extend our arms very actively in front and then sweep them around behind. So there's a couple of choices for hand positions, and I'm going to stand up so you can see what your options are. You can engage by pressing the palms together and drawing the shoulders down and back so your arms are long. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can cross at the wrists or at the elbows. But the intention is always to open the heart before we begin to fold. Separate your feet just a little bit wider apart. So you're going to keep that squeeze in the elbows and then relax. Squeeze those shoulder blades closer together and relax. And one more time, squeeze the shoulders, but this time hold the squeeze and hinging right from your hip crease, begin to lean forward. So a moderate version would be this, or if you want to go deeper, just allow yourself to fold. And another variation is to bring your hands away from your lower back, keeping the palms together. And breathe. So we'll come up now, keeping the squeeze in the shoulders, coming all the way up. One final squeeze. Oh, that feels so good in my tight shoulders. Let the arms come around. And rest on your thighs. So I'm going to bend my right knee, and I'm going to draw it up close to my chest. So it might be a more moderate version. You can always use your yoga tie here as well. Let's circle the ankle. Stir up the pot. Make sure your shoulders are down. You don't want to use your shoulders to do this. Let the shoulders relax. Other direction with the circling. Wonderful. And let's move into the figure 4 stretch. So crossing at the ankles, at the knees, or allowing your left ankle to rest, your right ankle to rest on your left thigh. Good. So a good way to work this stretch is to begin slowly, pressing down on the knee. This might give you just the right amount of sensation. And if it's safe for you to fold forward, you can add to it a little bit or a lot. Definitely always reading the sensation, always staying with the breath. Let's breathe in once more, and up we come. Good. And uncross. And we'll go to the other side. So left leg comes up, holding on wherever is comfortable for you or using your tie, circling the ankle. I like to walk a lot, so my quadricep muscle, that big muscle in the front of the leg, gets very tight. So this one feels good. Circle in the other direction. And we'll move into figure 4. Again, whatever placement of the ankle works for you. Sitting up nice and tall, pressing down on the knee, pulling up on the foot to just the right level. You're going to tweak it so it's just for you. Leaning forward. Relaxing your neck and your head. And as you inhale, let's come on up. Great. And uncross. And take a breath. So we're going to move into our sun salutations now. And there are always forward folds in the sun salutation, you know, when we fold forward and let the breath go. So my suggestion to you, if you're being careful, being mindful with those forward folds, when you fold forward, only come part way down, okay? So beginning at heart center, pressing the palms together. Inhaling, let the arms sweep up. Exhaling, lengthening and reaching back. Inhaling back to mountain, opening your arms so you can fold forward. You can fold forward a little. You can fold forward all the way down. Let the breath go. Come up halfway as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, arms sweep up and reach it back. Draw your breath in and then draw it back to your heart. Let's do a couple more. Breath in. Exhale. Inhale, fold forward all the way down or part way down. Palms to the knees as you breathe in. Exhaling and folding. Inhale, arms sweep up and reach back. Back to mountain pose on an inhale and exhaling back to your heart. Last time, breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Forward fold. Good. Palms to the knees. Breathe in halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, arms sweep up. Exhale, reaching it back. Breathing back to mountain and back to your heart. Take a breath and notice how you feel. So we'll come up and we'll do some standing work and we'll come up through chair pose. So remembering to move your feet back a little bit. Your heels will be up. Feet are hip width apart. And as soon as you start to stand up, allow your heels to fall down. Don't try to stay up on your toes. So hands at the hips to begin. Take a breath in. Exhale. Engage your core muscles. Stand up part way. Good. Shoulders back. Legs are strong. Good. Add some intensity by adding the arms if you choose. Reaching up through your fingers, pressing down into your feet. Good. Lower the arms all the way and release your legs. Oh, good. And just jiggle your legs a little bit. So let's come to the back of the chair. We're going to do the half moon series. So it's a little hard for you to see exactly what I'm doing because the chair is in front of me, but I think we'll be okay. So with the half moon series, there's side bends, there's a back bend, and there's a forward bend. So again, being careful, being mindful of what your challenges might be. So you can either do this by holding on to the chair with both hands, or you can do it with one hand, or you can do it without any hands. So I'm going to breathe my arms up. Again, if it's a challenge for you to release the chair, hold on with one hand. Great. And we're going to arch to the right. Inhale, lengthen through center. And arch to the left. And back to center. So we're going to do our back bend now. Again, you can hold on with both hands or one hand. Gently reach back. Keep your neck safe. Hips come a little bit forward. Bring it back to center and a little bit of a forward fold. So we're going to do like a modified downward facing dog. I'm just going to walk my feet away. And then walk back to the chair. So I'm going to repeat that series again, only this time I'm going to not use my hands. Again, if you want to continue to hold on to the chair, that's fine. I'm going to breathe both arms up, interlace my fingers, reach up with the fingers, but relax the shoulders. Great. And arch. Make sure both arms stay straight. Don't let that lower arm get sleepy. Breathe it up to center. Exhale to the other side. Breathe it up to center. Reach it back. Back to center and forward fold. We're going to walk the feet away. Allow the chest to hang down. Great. And back to the chair. Good. All right, so let's move into 5 pointed stars. So I'm going to separate my feet a comfortable distance apart. Great. Toes can turn out slightly or face directly ahead. I'm going to extend my arms out to the side. Good. And breathe. Energy going in all 5 directions, out through the crown of your head, out through your fingers, and down through the soles of your feet. So let's take hold of the chair with the left arm and reach the other out. Lift the foot if you can. Again, you can just keep one toe on the floor, but if you can, lift the foot. Come back to center and switch sides. Reach out with the right arm. Left foot lifts up or the toe stays on the floor. Let's bring it back to center, out to the side, back to center and reach. Beautiful. Other side, sort of like a dance. And down, we'll lift up, reach out, and then bring both feet down. Come back into five-pointed star. Lower your hands, take a breath. Wasn't that fun? Always something new. So let's come to the side of the chair. I'm going to start on the left side of my chair. We're going to move into triangle pose. So separating the feet, again, a comfortable distance. Let's turn that right foot so the toes face the chair and the left foot turns in a little. Looks like there's somebody else waiting to come in. I see the blue light on there. Good. Square your hips so they're facing forward. Good. One hand can stay on the chair. Mary Ellen, it looks like there's somebody waiting to come in. So if you would be good enough to let them in, that would be fine. Reach. And then release your hand down. Reach up. Stretch across. Gaze can be straight ahead, down at the floor, up at the ceiling. Good. And inhale, lengthen all the way up. Let's come into a counter stretch. Right arm reaches up and over. So we're going to come into straight-legged runner stretch. I just want to remind you before we do the pose that when you bend forward, you're bending not from your lower back. You're bending from your hip crease. So you can actually put your fingers there and see what it would be like. So my back stays pretty flat as I fold forward. Think about not bending, but extending from your crown to your tailbone out over the space. So I'm going to turn both feet so they're facing the chair and begin to hinge right at that hip crease. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So you can move your hands. And again, if you're being conscious of forward bends, this is about as far as you'd like to go. Or you can go further if it's safe. Head drops down. Hands can even release behind you if you like. And let's inhale and bring it all the way up. A little bit of a counter stretch. Oh, feels so good. And back to center. Step your feet together. And let's just pause for a couple of breaths. Great. Other side. Good. So getting ready for triangle, which is also in Sanskrit called Trikonasana. I'm going to turn my left foot so the toes are facing the chair. Right foot turns in slightly. And if you ever wondered why they call it triangle pose, you can see it. So there's a triangle right here in my lower body. And when I move into the pose, there's another triangle right in here. So there's all those triangles. So let's extend the right arm up. Begin to reach. Reach, 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 reach. Nice stretch in the side body. Placing that left arm inside the left leg if that feels good and safe. One more breath here. Inhale, come on up. Drop that arm down and left arm reaches up and over. Counter stretch. And back. So getting ready for the straight-legged runner stretch. I'm going to turn both feet so they're facing the chair. Good. Remember to hinge right at your hip crease. Coming over, soften your knees. Don't lock your knees here. Hands can change position if you like, even doing a little balance work. And reverse that. Come on up on an in-breath. And move into your counter stretch. Good. Step the feet together. Take a breath. So we'll finish up with the foot on the chair version of tree pose and a final twist. So I'm going to place my left foot on the chair. So notice that the right leg is really straight below my hips. I'm not leaning towards the chair. The leg is straight. Try to draw the left knee back. Raise your arm or both arms, hips face forward. Nice, steady breath. Great. Lower your hands. Gently lower the foot. And let's do that on the other side. So, right foot steps on the chair. This looks like the Captain Morgan pose, doesn't it? Good. Draw that knee back, soften the knee on the supporting leg. Build your branches with one arm or both. Deep breath. One more breath. And lower the hands. Release the foot. Good. So we're going to sit back down for our final twist, but we're going to sit back down reversing the chair pose. So stand in front of your chair. Make sure that the seat is only a short space behind your thighs. Bring your arms up or keep them at your hips. Come into a squat. So we're doing chair pose in reverse. Good. Breathe in, lengthen the legs, press the back of the legs till they feel the chair, and then sit down. Nice. So let's finish up with one more twist. Just bringing the right hand to the left leg, looking over your left shoulder. Delicious, delicious breath. Breathe it back to center, over to the other side. Beautiful breath. Imagine that you could move all of that energy from your practice to fill your whole body. And then guiding yourself back to center. Let's just sit for a few moments. Allow your eyes to close. Reconnecting deeply with the breath. Begin by noticing how you may feel different in your body, your thoughts, your energy, your emotions. From now to where you were when we first started. What has changed? Keeping your thoughts firmly in the present moment. honoring yourself for taking this time to replenish, to renew, to refresh. Letting the breath expand now, getting a little deeper and stretching in any way that feels right. Ooh. Let out any grunts and groans and sighs. You're at home in your own house. You can make all the noise you want. Nobody will mind. And even if they do, too bad for them. Bringing your hands to heart center. Remembering that all the wisdom you have lies within your heart. And to tap into that as often as you need to. Let's close our practice with an Om. Deep breath. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May all beings everywhere know peace. And may we bring peace to everyone we meet today. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.